Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of CHMIELINSKI versus Brown Long III.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Ms. CHMIELINSKI, you say you had a loving 5-year relationship with the defendant's son, Georgie, who unfortunately died in a motorcycle accident. You claim the defendants initially accepted your son, Xavier, but now need proof that they are Xavier's grandparents. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mrs. Brown and Mr. Long, you say you don't know Ms. CHMIELINSKI and claim your son was never in a relationship with her. You believe she has made up a fairy tale love affair with Georgie and he is not Xavier's father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. CHMIELINSKI, what is riding on today's results for you and your son?
My son needs his family. He calls her Nana, and she's been in his life. We need answers. He has nobody.
Okay, let's keep it real, please. Okay?
Take me to the day you found out Georgie passed.
I was devastated, heartbroken, confused.
But why? I just making me understand one thing. Why didn't I know about you?
I don't understand why you didn't know about me either.
Okay, that's not an answer.
5-year relationship.
Why don't I know about you?
Never heard of her.
I've never seen you in my house.
Did you ever ask Georgie why you haven't introduced me to your parents?
No, because we were just friends. It was like a sexual friendship that we had for so many years.
So for 5 years?
Yeah.
So how did you find out he
Was him
passed
having
away?
a girlfriend? He had a girlfriend.
Yeah,
I know his girlfriend.
no matter who we were with, we still had sexual relations.
And so who told you he passed away?
My sister. I just kept calling his phone and calling his phone, and he wasn't answering.
Now, at that point that you found out that he passed, did you call his parents or you felt like you didn't know them?
I didn't have their
I
numbers.
don't know her. I didn't know her. I met her after Georgie passed.
So at what point did you finally decide I need to reach out to his parents because
She didn't. I reached out to her.
Oh.
I reached out to her. Okay, my son is not here. He's not here. Okay? I'm picking up where he left off.
Take your time. I know it's hard. Go ahead.
Because basically, we found out when he actually sent me a picture or a text message when I was talking to him one time, and he sent me a picture and he said, "Dad, what do you think? This could be my kid." And I told him at that time that I really couldn't tell from the picture.
How old was Xavier when you got that text?
A year old, because he came to me also, so I know everyone that he interacted with. Okay. I've never seen her before.
Oh, I was just about to ask you,
Yes.
is it your testimony you never met Ms. CHMIELINSKI?
No.
Did your son ever mention Ms. CHMIELINSKI?
No. What had happened was she says that this baby's Georgie's. 2 years passed. The only reason why I pursued this test is because a friend of Georgie's, very close friend, told him, listen, you need to find out if this baby is Georgie. So it's other people in the neighborhood must be saying something because he came to me after 2 years.
Okay.
Okay? He brought this to my attention. It went over my head.
You told me that he looks like all your other grandkids.
My grandkids are biracial.
But that's what you said. He has Georgie's nose.
My grandkids are biracial. I don't want to look at this baby and see something that's not there.
Why are you so upset, Ms. CHMIELINSKI?
Because it hurts.
Because you feel like they don't
because you
know?
Want it to be George. She wants it to be Georgie's.
He and Georgie was doing a home DNA test a couple months before he had passed. And we couldn't come up with the money. So after, I think it was like 5 months, then he had passed away. So then
you
that's when I went to the funeral.
You should have came to me then.
How old was Xavier when Georgie died?
He was 2 weeks before he turned 1.
Okay. Did Georgie accept Xavier? Did they have a relationship?
He saw him a couple times. They took pictures together and...
5-year relationship? You only saw him a couple times?
No, with the baby.
Why did he only see the baby a couple times when he was almost a year old?
He wasn't positive if it was his or not. So he didn't want to get too close, He didn't. He just wanted to know if the baby was his.
When did you tell Georgie you had a baby?
When the baby was 5 months old, Georgie came to me and called me and said, "Your son has my nose." And I said, "Oh my God, you are right."
He came to you and said,
He said
that?
your son has my note.
Just out the blue.
Yeah, when the baby was 5-6 months old.
So the truth is you don't know for sure, Ms.
No.
Schimelinsky. You really don't.
No.
Okay, so let's just get down to the bottom line.
Just the older
You
he
don't
gets-
know for sure.
Right. The
So
older
you
he
and
gets-
Georgie tried to figure out the timeline and tried to execute a test to get the answer.
Right.
Unfortunately, due to his untimely death and the fact that the specimen had expired, you were unable to complete that test.
Right.
Yes, Your Honor.
He took the initiative as a young black man, which usually would run the other way, you know, and took the initiative and wanted to find out if this baby was his.
Ms. Schimelinsky, I want to ask you, and I have to ask this respectfully, how many other possible fathers are there?
There's just one.
So just one other possible
Oh.
person.
It's
Wait a minute,
Georgie
wait,
and there's
wait,
another one.
wait. Come on now, we here to get the truth. We here to get everything out in the open. We here to find out if my son has a child.
Mrs. Brown.
We here to find out I'm a grandmom of your baby.
What are you asserting, Ms. Brown, that there are more men than just one additional man?
One.
It can't be.
So there's one other man besides
How are you
Georgie.
telling me
Oh, it's one. So
can't
it's
be?
one other. You saying?
Yeah, it's him and the other
Oh, one
guy.
other man. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Did you ever tell the other guy?
He had passed away when I was 5 months pregnant.
Oh.
He had got murdered.
Good
So
Lord.
a family member of mine had contacted his family. They did not respond until Xavier turned 2. And they said if I come up with the money, then they'll do the test.
So both potential fathers of this beautiful little boy have passed away?
Yes, Your Honor.
So what happened to the parents?
I can't a friend of mine contacted his sister, and they seem like they don't want nothing to do with it. And so
Is that why you've reached out to?
I just wanted both of them, both the grandparents, you know, to know because they both don't have they both
Okay,
lost a
We
child.
all want to know, but you can't delusion yourself. Georgie was popular. I'm gonna tell you like it is.
Very
Georgie was very
popular.
popular, and
was a
a lot
good-
of
he was a
women
good
wouldn't mind
person.
having Georgie's baby. He's not here to defend himself, as far as saying no, you're wrong, you're wrong. How many other women could have said the same thing? Could you know? So, I'm here. I'm here to find out. 'Cause
Miss
this chapter of my book
Schimelinsky,
needs to
when
be
you
closed.
talk to Xavier about his father, he's 2 now. Do you talk to him about his father? Who do you tell him his father is?
I tell him Georgie's
See, that's the problem.
What do you
that's
tell
the
him?
problem.
that he watches his videos, and I say, you know, that's Daddy.
And he points to the videos and says, Daddy.
He calls him daddy.
Because
Daddy.
either way, Georgie told me no matter what the results were when he was alive, that he was gonna be in his life.
Really?
Yes, I
Georgie
told-
couldn't even take care of himself.
I know, I understand that, and I told you that the day before the funeral.
He wanted it. I can see that he wanted it, but he wasn't going to just claim it. He was going to dig.
So you
and
feel
find
like
out.
the reason why he said, Mom, who does this baby look like? You felt like it was because he wanted the baby, but he just wanted to be sure.
He's looking
Yes.
for something that wasn't there.
Yes.
My problem is, it's after the fact, after he passed. 2 years passed. I went on with my life. Okay, grieved for 2 years.
That's why I didn't bother
Wait a minute.
you.
Let me finish. And those are the worst 2 years of my life. Those are the worst 2 years of my life. So to know that Georgie has a child, why wouldn't I try to find out? And how come it took so long? So if I wasn't here today, that baby could be a teenager and not know who his dad is. If I didn't step in, you know, this is something she should have done a long time ago.
I agree.
When it first happened, she should have said we wasn't sure. I would have went along with her because you told me the truth and said you wasn't sure. That's okay. That was truthful. All right. That's all. So why did I have to wait till the baby's 3 years old
Because
to find
I
this
didn't have
out?
the money to come up with all that money for the test.
But you never.
It's not
asked
all
anybody
about. You
to
never
help you
asked.
out.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
What about the video?
The video, the spirit video.
What about the video? I want to know what about the video.
What do you mean video? What
The video you showed me. We're all
All right.
emotional. It's
So
not.
now
One-
tell me about this
the baby.
video you mentioned.
This video is when me and my friends were sitting in the car.
She's trying to convince that there's a video with a spirit of Georgie in the video.
Oh.
Because I feel like he is
Is this
brown.
the
Like,
video?
I feel.
Hold on. Is this the video you submitted to the court?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you say this is a video of your son, Xavier, And in the video, you can see Georgie's spirit.
I said it looks like a spirit. It said it's like a cloud.
Okay, talk me through this video.
We're sitting in the car right now, and my friend is videotaping him and talking to him. And as you can see on the right, there is like this cloudy thing that comes out of nowhere. And my son looks at it, and then it goes away.
Let me see that again, please.
Just looks like a reflection.
This is slow motion. A white cloud right there. And no one was smoking in the
I
car?
didn't say it was smoke.
We don't smoke in the car with my son. No,
I was just
no.
about to say you better
No.
not be.
So that's how I definitely know it was not no smoke.
And she sent it to me, yes.
Yeah, and I sent it to her, and then
And I was
that's
like-
when she was like, "Oh my God, what is that?" And she told me about her.
No, I didn't say
experience
what is
night.
that because I'm not in the
So
car.
wait a minute.
so-
What did she tell you about this video?
She said that's Georgie's spirit.
And then what did you say to her?
I'm like, wow, you know, that's deep. I mean, I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. So
I said, "Wow, look at this. It looks like
at this
a
point in time,
spirit."
when it comes to Georgie and just listening to his name, sends chills through my body.
So as you look at the video and you see this smoky, cloud-like feature come through this video, what do you think?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I know it's hard.
I'm sorry. I just want to know. I just want some answers.
We just want answers.
I just want answers. I need to know if the baby's mine so I can be his grandmother.
Because the truth is, you don't want to be attached. You don't
No,
want to
that's why I
become
nipped it when
attached.
baby called me Nana. I didn't scream at her about it. I just was like, I need to do something about this now. I need to do something now before
moment.
it gets too out of hand.
Yes.
So what's the meaning behind him calling me Nana? Is it because he's my grandson? Or is it because I allow him to call me Nana?
You understand, Miss CHMIELINSKI, even if out of the kindness of her heart, even
Right.
out of her grief, she says, just have the baby call me Nana. In the back of her mind, she doesn't know for certain. And the
Right,
real
I
truth
understand
is
that.
you don't know for certain.
Right, I understand
But
that.
I have the results, and we can all find out for certain right now. Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. Are you okay, Miss Brown? Do you need to sit down? Are you okay? Okay. Because there wasn't a blood card available to test the DNA of the deceased, Georgie Long IV, we performed a DNA test with his surviving parents, George Long III and Geneva Brown. The results are as follows. In the case of CHMIELINSKI versus Brown Long III, when it comes to 2-year-old Xavier CHMIELINSKI, it has been determined by this court the percentage of relatedness between Ms. Brown and Mr. Long and Xavier CHMIELINSKI is 0%.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm so very sorry.
I'm sorry, Georgie. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Brown.
It's the hardest thing I've had to do.
I know.
And for me, that was my only son, so
That was his only son.
would have been nice.
And I can tell from both of your reactions that deep in your heart, you wanted it to be true. You just wanted to know for sure.
Yes, Your Honor.
I was ready to take the baby and just
Miss CHMIELINSKI,
looked like you knew.
No, I don't. I'm shocked.
it looked
My
like you
heart
knew.
is beating. I'm shaking. Like
It looked like you knew.
I didn't know. I didn't. But there was two possibilities.
But you, for you to be that so indulged in him,
Because he looked.
but
just
emotionally,
Like,
you look like you knew.
because I've been crying all day, and I'm just not, like my reactions. I'm shocked. I apologize. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, you don't know how much I feel so bad.
You really thought this was Georgie's baby.
I really did.
The other man, you said that he has passed on and his family has expressed no interest in being a part of Xavier's life.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's why this courtroom exists. We're here for children. I realize there's a level of shame and embarrassment in this, but if you laid down with the man for 5 years, you're gonna have to make that tough phone call to the parents of that other man, to the family of that other man, and say, listen, I need to get this test. This child needs to get this test. And if you need this court, we're here for you, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm so very sorry, Ms.
Thank you, Your
Brown
Honor.
and Mr. Long. I really am.
Thank you.
We will do our best in any way possible, Ms. CHMIELINSKI, to help you. We have counseling and resources for you right now, all right?
Yeah.
I wish you all the very best of luck. Court is adjourned.